My name is David Baines, and I'm a professor of civil engineering in the Department of Civil Engineering at the University of Colorado, Denver. In this video, in particular, I would like to focus on how teams with diversity, equity, and inclusion lead to better outcomes. The key point I want to highlight here is this. Diversity, equity, and inclusion is a win-win. I am not calling for DEI at the expense of other things, quite the opposite. Over the last 10 years, we have seen a growing body of evidence that diversity, equity, and inclusion help teams achieve more. How does diversity help the bottom line? Here's a pithy answer from Columbia University professor Catherine Phillips, quoted in Forbes magazine. Diversity jolts us into cognitive action in ways that homogeneity simply does not. So the key thing is cognitive action. To explore that a little more deeply, EXCERPT distinguishes different kinds of diversity, and I quote, identity diversity. This includes the visible demographic categorizations that have traditionally been used to describe diversity, such as gender, ethnic background, religious belief, sexual preference, nationality, and age. Cognitive diversity, diversity of knowledge, experience, perspectives, or ways of tackling problems. What is the source of cognitive diversity? People with identity diversity are more likely to have cognitive diversity. Diversity helps teams. Cognitive diversity generates more and better ideas. And identity diversity fuels cognitive diversity. But what about equity and inclusion? Shouldn't we talk about them too? Yes, absolutely. Because diversity does not work without them. To be successful, diverse teams, or any teams, need anyone on the team to feel they are being treated fairly, equity, and that their ideas, concerns, point of view, sense of humor, and so on are recognized and valued. Inclusion. And this leads us back to our basic premise of a win-win. Not just for those who identify along one or more dimensions of identity diversity, but for all employees. A win-win. Sounds like good engineering. This video was prepared in Denver, Colorado, on the traditional territory of many First Nations, including the Cheyenne, Arapaho, and Ute. I would also like to acknowledge financial support from the U.S. National Science Foundation through awards 174-2603 and 174-4524. My opinions and any errors and omissions are my own, rather than my colleagues, employers, or sponsors. Thank you for your interest in this video. Now, let's go do our best engineering together.